Good day, friends.
The local parks are full of memorials to the fallen in this conflict, such as young Andre here, 24 years old. A young woman in winter uniform, rifle in hands, standing in the snow. Her name is Anastasia Antipova. She was 25 years old. According to Russian military reports circulated on Telegram, Anastasia, call sign Sabre, was a volunteer serving in Russia's 272nd Motorized Rifle Regiment and died on 25th of January 2026 near Kupiansk, reportedly after prolonged deployment and extreme exhaustion while holding her position. It appears there were so many drones in this key area near the east bank of the Oskil River that normal rotation of personnel could not be carried out. I can't read a story like this without thinking of my own daughter. She's around the same age. They have their whole lives ahead of them, and yet behind every short report of a death there is an entire family in mourning, parents who will never recover, friends who will never forget, a space at the table that will always be empty. You can admire the courage, but you also have to ask how it ever came to this, how two neighbouring friendly countries with so much shared history and so many cross-border family ties ended up locked in a conflict consuming a generation of young people. Jeffrey Sachs has repeatedly blamed US policy for helping destabilise Ukraine. Others, including Douglas Macgregor, have also pointed to Western involvement and escalation. And others believe that evil President Putin woke up in a vacuum one morning and decided to conquer the world. Swallow that idea for breakfast, if you will. When I hear figures like Kaja Kallas, Ursula von der Leyen, Alexander Stubb, or NATO leader Mark Rutte, they regurgitate the language of threat, no compromise. So few voices stress the real urgency of reconciliation or a post-war structure that includes Russia rather than excludes it. Maybe peace is being worked on behind closed doors, but from the outside it feels as though the loudest voices are those warning of the next conflict. And meanwhile, young women like Anastasia and Andre die on both sides. Entire families are left to mourn. We can all respect these young people's patriotism, whether from Ukraine or Russia, but unfortunately we are left with one desperate universal wish: that the politicians who have so much enthusiasm for military build-up and promises of imminent invasion will one day show the same determination when it comes to peace.